Hello and welcome to another after action review of trading performance. My name is Thomas. Today we have the 26th day of the ninth month of the year 2025. Just completed another trading session. The total amount of trades is now approaching about the 30 sample size from which we can determine with some statistical significance if the system is working, if it's not working, etc. So let's just look at how I did. So the average win is bigger than the average loss, 0.74 to 0.59, which is good. 14 to 15 wins to losses, call it 50-50. Total 1.6 R gain, still 3.15 was the max, minus 1.08 was the minimum. Average R is about 0.1. Standard deviation is pretty big. SQN. Okay, I'll work on that. Cumulative R, fine graph, just, I guess, inching ourselves. If we drew a kind of a line, a regression or a regression line, could I call it a regression? I think I could. It would be up, but I think there's definitely an improvement to be had here. Average R multiple is, we see right over here. As with more trades, it's probably going to be around 0.1, 0.2. The histogram looks pretty good. There's just a significant amount of losses. We would like to have a little bit more wins, so it would be like bell-shaped around the zero with some flat right tails, which is fine. Scatter plot, slightly negative, but fine. Coin model, it's pretty much a 50-50 with a 1.3 to 1 payout, so fine. Let's go look at the trades. So this is Coca-Cola. Everything's going to be on 3-minute. Pretty standard entry here. The one thing that I wanted to show, though, was pretty interesting. Oh, I can move it like this. Huh, awesome. So as we can see, here's some kind of move. We have a high, a lower high. So this is a collapsing dragon here, a kata too short here. But as I had this kata too short, I was putting it, I think, around on this bar. What I realized was that the next bar, this was actually a wiggle. So theoretically, this is a total legitimate kata too short, but you could just take an R10, put it here, and call it a wiggle, where the risk box would be smaller, so your risk to reward ratio would be better. As it stands, the K2 short was about 3.3 to 1 reward to risk to a range stat. When I plugged in the R10, it was about a 6 to 1 or something, maybe a little bit more. So just a small improvement there. The second I got into the trade, I was just debating before it. I tried to change it, but of course, I mean, it just opened and sold off. Maybe if it opened and held off for a little longer, I could have changed it, but it's fine. It was a really good learning moment for me to just when I have these downturns, when the kata too short is obvious. Another obvious, now that I look at it, if you want a kind of an earlier entry as well, you could take the belly of the dragon here, entry short, of course. It's possible. But the way it stands, I just took the kind of obvious move, but I didn't really see this one. So something to focus on the next time. And after this big sell-off, I have a very, very easy SSC. What I really liked about this SSC, it'll be probably relevant later, is that I have a 3 to 1 just to the top of to the peak of the RL10, meaning that when I'm framing this trade from, let's say, the low of the day, just to the high of the day, I would have 4.5 to 1, but a 3 to 1 just to return to the RL10 means that even if I would never get here, just to return to where it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't know, like an hour ago, which is not something that we should be surprised by, especially when the VWAP is like halfway there. Then I think it's a really, really good trade. As it stands, the SSC kind of moves, then just gets into a sideways quiet channel, and we take about a minus 0.1 R loss. We don't trade this end here. There was a potential trade here at the end, but I think it's just too late for that. So overall, let me just zoom out a little bit. Well, that's too much. That's better. So plus 0.37 for the day in Coca-Cola and plus 1.6. Yeah. So this is MDLZ. This is trade number 20. Pretty standard. Here's the open move. I get in on the Kata 2. It moves up and then get taken out at the short here. Didn't trade this I didn't trade this at all. But after that, because I was trading something else, but there is definitely a Kata 2 here. You have a low, a higher low. So there's like, it's not an SSC, it's a Kata 2. And I think that would definitely have probably been about an R if you have traded that. So something that I kind of get into my head, kind of these notions, just to stay with the things that especially that I have won, just stay with them and just have them on my chart and study them all the day, the whole day, and not just go back and forth between things. So that's definitely a legit thinking thing. Something to think about. That's better. So this is KHC again, similar thing, just an open move out. I get the Kata 2. This is a really small window, but I get in. It moves up. I get taken out at the PSAR for about 0.8 R. Then it gets into a sideways glide channel. Nothing more to see here. This is BMI. Pretty standard here again. I was focusing on the Kata 2s short, which was something that I think I was talking about yesterday. So here we have a high, lower high. Here's the Kata 2 short. I take it immediately. We take a no lose plus dinner for 2. There isn't an SSC, but I was trading something else. But here, upon very close inspection, this is actually a wiggle. So an entry here would have definitely been legit, and a move around here is actually 1R. So I would have saved myself this small loss of minus 2.5 R, and I would have gained about an R. And then this entry, I would have taken because I would have gotten out of this trade right around here. I would have taken out the PSAR. This is a great reentry. The reason why I like it in general is we're in the afternoon, and as you can see, this was the high of the day. There was like a big sell-off, and now it's starting to make these higher highs. We're above the VWAP. The Bollinger Band is sloping up. I just felt that this was pretty strong, so I just wanted to go, and yeah, just took the trade. Got out at 21.15. This was kind of again an intuitive communication with the higher self. I just got the message to get out at exactly 2:15, so at 9:15. I'm sorry. So I just got out. I pretty much got out at the highest tick, or like the medium tick of that range. The second I got out, it just started to fall down, and then there's no way I would have been around here because at 21:30 I get out of all of my trades anyway. So yeah, so it's like 20, 27:30. So I would have gotten out around here, but it would have taken me out of the PSAR, and then it just goes up. So tomorrow, I think BMI is pretty interesting. As you can see, look at how much the VWAP moves. That's a lot of buying pressure. To move the VWAP that had the whole day here, to move it like that, that's a lot of buying pressure. There we go. And and Merck -1 for the day. I'm really not sure about these end of the day trades, like these symbols that I haven't traded the whole day. I think it's okay, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just results oriented. Just a feeling, I guess. So this is high of the day. It sells off. Never mind. I like this. I like this entry at all. Never disregard that last one. So high of the day, low of the day. It sells off. It kind of moves. You would have an SSC here. You get probably taken out here. There's a move upward here on this wiggle. There's still a 5-1 to the top of the range stat, and it's 3 hours before the end. So I take it. It sells off. It moves down, so I decide to take it. It's also a Kata 2, a low and a higher low. So I decided to go with it. It moves a little bit, then just flattens out, and I get out of it. The the framing of these trades isn't optimal. It's about a 2 to 2, a 2.2 to 1 to the high of the day. I'm above the VWAP, so there is some positive bias, and it's 5-1 to range that, which it theoretically still could do because it's only half range that move, so possible. It just didn't go this time. That's fine. And then Boeing, I didn't trade this the whole day. This was kind of I would say, emergency trade. Wow, this is not even like I don't even have my circles there. I guess I was pretty mad at this trade or something though. Wow, do excuse that. So low of the day, high of the day. Funny me. So yeah, it goes up to the high of the day, sells off, doesn't make a new low, and makes this. There's a kind of a low, higher low. So this is a Kata 2 and an SSC. You could probably go with that one. From a low of the day, I think there's probably one, two. There's maybe 3 to 1. I'm not sure if you could get to the range that possibly, but there's definitely to the short. I mean, if this is the high of the day, you want to short. So there's a Kata 2 short around here that you could take. Of course, I started trading here. I see the wiggle. I take it and there was still a 4.5 to 1 down to the range that if we put a high of the day here with such a small risk box, there was enough. And we're below the VWAP, so it made sense. Now, this is the reason why I was talking about the SSC before was I didn't really want to take this SSC because I didn't see a 3 to 1 frame just to the top of the RL10, which was something that I really wanted, given that, I'm in the middle of the day, towards the end of the day. I'm not really sure how much it's going to move, maybe half a range that I really wanted the confirmation of having enough here just to satisfy my perfectionist mind in the end. So I didn't take this reentry. I mean, I didn't take this reversal SSC. Not sure about this. Maybe I should just accept it and go with it. I'm not sure. Maybe just because it pays off, I'm being biased a little bit. It's probably an R. I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board and think about this. I just wasn't really convinced and wanted the 3 to 1 to the top of the outside, which is fine. Just wait for a better trade frame, like the one we had here. Excuse me. Yeah, right over here. There's definitely 3 to 1. So just wait for these guys. So that's fine. So overall, if we just look at back at the results, so overall, I'm pretty happy with my results. I mean, there's definitely areas of improvement, and I just need time with the system to kind of get to know it a little bit better, and maybe fix some things around which symbols to trade once I've started trading them, and what's trying to let go of. But otherwise, overall, I'm pretty happy, satisfied. This is the one system where I don't really feel like there's a lot to be changed. I just want to trade like 100, maybe 150, 200 trades with it to just really see the edges play out. So there's definitely more in this system, and I definitely can do better. I think maybe with all fixing up the mistakes and just being a little bit more diligent, I think this could have been easily a 3R, 3 point something. So some improvement to be had. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.